How did we start our day today? We started our day with an earthquake. I was in my room, which was in the 8th floor of this hotel behind me, and the entire building started wobbling a little bit. And by the time I got to the door, luckily with my bag, because I was packing up to go anyway, by the time I got to the door, the entire hallway was shaking, doors were flying open, people were running. It was, I don't need coffee. It was an interesting start to the day. So luckily I grabbed all my stuff. I do not need to go back up to the 8th floor. I ran down 8 flights of stairs. Everybody was relatively calm and orderly. We're all out here in the parking lot now. And I think things have calmed down enough that I'm going to go back inside, get my receipt, check out of this hotel, and then we're off to the train station, back to Shenzhen, back into all of the Meta prototypes. So with that, I'm going to try and get my heart rate down, and I will see you later. Well, we are here at the Xiamen train station, where it is absolute pandemonium. Obviously, the earthquake has caused potential damage to the train tracks. Every train right now is 1 to 2 hours delayed. Hopefully that's it. I would rather that we inspect the tracks, make sure everything's good before we put a 300-kilometer-an-hour train down them. So we're going to sit here and hang out at the Starbucks along with half the population of this city, it seems, and hopefully be on our way 2 hours or so behind schedule. I'm not sure I need a Starbucks. I mean, I looked at my watch. My heart rate was 182 during the hullabaloo with the earthquake, and it's back down to something approaching normal now. But you always look for normal, and Starbucks is my normal, right? Come to the train station, grab cold brew. So probably don't need the additional caffeine, but it's just the normal thing to do, which I'm seeking out at the moment. So apparently everybody else is too. There's just a huge line here. So I've placed my order. I'm number 40. Normally I'm like 3. So obviously a lot of people stuck here. And what do you do but go to Starbucks? Those of you that know me know I absolutely love living here in China. I've been here for 14 years, just about 14 years. And most of the time, things here run with absolute clock-like efficiency. The train system is fantastic. Everything is generally great. But when something goes wrong, the pressure in the systems here grows exponentially. So we've got, obviously, this challenge now at the train station. The trains just kind of keep stacking up, all the delays. My train is now 4 hours behind schedule. So my 9 a.m. train's now leaving at like 1:45. That's probably not the last delay, and we're kind of buckling down here for what could be potentially the entire day. Spent in a train station waiting, and the amount of people here is growing significantly. There's nowhere to sit. It's hot, and not the most enjoyable experience at the moment, but we're going to get through it, and we'll be better for having done it. So I'm going to try and find a piece of floor to sit on, which is what most people around here are doing, and have some conference calls, and again, try to live a normal life. I think they've finally turned the air conditioning on. It's starting to cool off in here a bit. I'm also sitting on like a really cold marble floor, so maybe that's got something to do with it, but I certainly feel a bit cooler. I'm not the hot, sweaty mess I was earlier. I tried to take a walk. This train station, they doubled the size of it a year ago. It's absolutely massive now. And I thought, okay, I'm in the front, like where the entrance is. I thought maybe if I walk all the way to the other side, through all of these throngs of what feels like 100,000 people, maybe there'll be a seat on the other side. But, the entire way I'm walking, there's basically people camped out on the floor. Get over to the other side of the station. It is a little bit less people, which is I'm sitting right halfway in between them. A little bit less people, but not any place to sit down. No chairs, unfortunately. And so I'm here on the floor, another 2.5 hours before we board. Hopefully, really hoping, no more delays, and we can get out of here and get to the other factory that I need to go to today and start that work. So here's hoping. Wish me luck. There are about 3 restaurants in this train station. There's a Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's a place called Pork Rice, and Starbucks. So I briefly tried to order Kentucky Fried Chicken, but the place was so busy that the app was crashing. And it said, please wait. And I said, well, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. So just got a sandwich from Starbucks and soda water. We'll call that lunch. So I'm going to go find a place to sit on this floor, which just seems to be what everyone else is doing, and enjoy some food. I don't know if you can see it on the board behind me, but first train has gone green, which means they are going to begin boarding. So it's been over 2 hours that we've all been kind of stranded here, and now the first trains are departing. And to be completely honest, kind of okay that I'm not getting on the first train out of the station. And then my train now has pulled in 30 minutes, so no longer a 4-hour delay, now only 3 hours and 30 minutes. So still about an hour and a half till that train boards, and hopefully that schedule keeps, and we'll be on our way before we know it. Do you know what makes it even more awesome? At every ticket gate, there's 23 of them. At every ticket gate, there's people with megaphones trying to like usher people over to that gate. You can't hear any of them because every other gate's also filled with people with megaphones. And so it's just a cacophony of megaphones here at the train station. But I can see on the sign, this is the right gate. So hopefully I'm away from these megaphones soon. 5 hours, 9 minutes. We're finally through the gates. The train is right there. So, yeah, I'm pretty darn happy about that. Be even happier when we're sitting on the train and we actually get moving. It's been a day. I was putting off celebrating until the train actually started moving. So now we are on the way. We're kind of moseying. We're definitely not at full speed. I'd say we're probably at half speed. This train's an older one. It doesn't have a speedometer on the little status display like most of them do, but we're just kind of ambling through the countryside here on the coast of southern coast of China, and we'll get there, you know, eventually. It's probably going to be longer than the normal 3-hour trip between Xiamen and Shenzhen, but we're on the way, and that's the best part. So it's currently 3 p.m. I was in that station for 6 hours waiting, but we got through it. We're on the way, and hopefully sometime before 6 p.m. back in the factory, back in the saddle. Right, it is 5:45, and we are still several train stations away from where I want to go, so I am making the executive decision to get off the train a little bit earlier. Did some calculations because plenty of time, and I figured if I just get off here and jump in an Uber, it's going to actually save me about an hour's worth of transit time, because where I'm going is kind of in between, and we go around to the other station. So we're going to exit stage left, go grab a taxi cab. Hopefully those are available here. Never been to this station before, and yeah, see if we can get over to the factory in a reasonable amount of time. Should take about an hour from here, but it's going to take about an hour from the station I'll get to in an hour. So I think this is a better plan. You know, I forgot to mention tomorrow is a holiday. And so not only is the train station crazy and Uber pickup crazy, but the 35 kilometers that it's going to take to get to the factory, the GPS says 90 minutes. So that's not awesome. I'm hoping it's wrong, and maybe it's, you know, overestimating, but we'll see in an hour and a half if I'm still in the back of the car. I did actually make it to the factory, but like for like 30 seconds because the team waited for me for dinner. It is currently 8 p.m. So it didn't take me an hour and a half to get here. It took me 2 hours to get here. Tonight is you know, the start of the holiday weekend, so Thursday and Friday are our days off. So everyone is heading out of town. Every truck is fully loaded, leaving the factories to get stuff shipped before customs closes down at midnight tonight. So it's pandemonium. Not my best travel day. So all in 12 hours to get what should have been about a 3-hour commute. So anyway, I'm gonna go run inside, grab some food, and then we're back to the factory and then into making prototypes. And let's be clear, a well-earned cold one here before dinner is served to wash away this crazy day. And with that, I'm going to sign off, at least for this edition, and I'm sure we'll make more videos later tonight and send them over to you.